Alrighty. Hello. I've got my pineapple ponytail. I'm ready to go today. Life of Angelina is already here. Wow, early. Hello. You have no idea what you're working on today, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, sometimes that is how we feel. And I'm kind of in the same boat today because I want to work on editing because I kind of feel guilty that I'm not editing, but I also know I want to get the outline done for my new project, and I want to write some blog posts to get sort of ahead. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna start with a blog post, and then I will move to editing. So that's my plan. Which I just decided on now, and we'll see if that lasts past the first sprint. But hello and happy Monday. Is it Monday? Yes, it's Monday. I sometimes have no idea what day it is, and that's why I got these, because it helps me to do the thing every single day to make sure that I know what day we're actually on. Yay. Okay, so goodness gracious. Hello, better days are here. Welcome. It is a Monday afternoon for me, and I know I'm going to have to go out to the grocery store this afternoon after we do all this, so got to make sure I do the gloves and the mask and all that to protect myself and my family and everybody else around us as well. Got to do that. So real life happens after the stream, but for now, I think I want to do a blog post on my favorite librarians, the ones I've encountered over the years, just because I feel like giving them a shout out. But yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to be doing first, and then I'll be editing. So Life of Angelina has already said she's not sure what she's going to be working on today, but better days are here. And Vanya, hello. What are you guys going to be working on today? Vanya, are you still editing your friend's project, or are you outlining for yourself today? I managed to play around with yesterday. We mentioned maybe creating a bullet journal spread for names. So I used my new little shorty bullet journal and started a page for the names that I like and prefer, and some of them have specific meanings that I like. So I started that yesterday. Didn't get very far on it, but I got a few names on it. So yeah, so that's what I did productive yesterday after the stream. So it counts as productive, right? Better days are here is writing your memoir. Ooh, exciting. Fun. I still have a copy. My grandmother sort of collected all the little stories that of parts of her life and bits together, and she compiled them together into a little anthology called Pine Island Girl. And so she sold it in a couple of books in bookstores in Jacksonville, Florida, and the island that she grew up on. It there's a little museum there, and they sell it too. But she's got some interesting stories over the life of. Is she 89 this year? I think she is, because Great Aunt Norma is turning 91 this year. So yeah. Vanya is still editing. You can't stay as long today as you have to work tomorrow. Yep. But you want to get through a chapter. You can do it. Let's do it. Vanya says you love journaling and planners. You keep a traveler's notebook with a separate book for each project. I might have to start that because I have like usually the projects are all in separate journals anyway, but they're like the big journals. So I might have to try the little traveler's journals. But that's for another day, because I don't currently have any. I guess I could probably go to the dollar store and pick up some, but I'm not like a huge fan of their paper quality and their little notebooks from the Dollar Tree. So I might have to spring for some better quality ones, but we'll see. Alrighty, so 15-minute timer for the first sprint, shall we? Let's see. It is cool, but it's also kind of interesting because we've met some of the other people that feature in her in her memoirs, and let's just say their accounts don't quite line up. So, it's kind of interesting to read Grandma's books and then talk to somebody else who is there and sort of try and figure out what the actual truth was. So, but, well, let's just say that Grandma has been well liquored for most of her lifetime. Shall we say that? Is that, I mean, she's had good reason. She and Grandpa had 7 kids, and they only have 5 now because of life. So, things happen, and she had a reason, I guess, to turn to liquor, but it does make trying to piece together past accounts interesting, shall we say. Hello, Sarah. You're on your lunch break. You never take one, but you're trying today. Well, good on you for actually taking a break today, Sarah. That's one thing that I always try to take my lunch break, because it gave me that moment of just like let everything drop for a minute, and then I can like pick it back up. So, hello, Jenna. Welcome. Hello, Abigail. Good morning. Vanya Dolly really recommends the little traveler's journals for the different projects, because your notes were all over in different places. You use Carpe Diem and Simple Stories mostly. They have great paper quality. Okay, so I'll have to check them out. Let me get another sticky note for my desk already littered with sticky notes because I can't seem to help myself. Simple Stories. Thank you for the recommendation. Let's see, Sarah. My boss has, until this year, obviously taken me to a convention every year where you get tons of notebooks, and since they're free, you can be picky. There you go. Memory is funny that way. Yes, indeed. But I love my grandmother very much, but she is a quintessential Southern lady in a lot of regards. Bonnie Phillips, hello, welcome. Yeah, my grandmother is a very staunch Catholic, until it suits her not to be, because she said, I remember this conversation very vividly because she'd always presented herself as this staunch Catholic woman. And then one time I asked her about birth control because she had 7 kids. And she said, yeah, after the 7th one, I was going to take birth control no matter what the church said, no matter what the Pope said, because we couldn't afford anymore. It's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So it's just kind of like, pragmatic at the last moment when you possibly can. But I just thought that was kind of funny. Alrighty, I'm getting distracted by talking about my grandma. All right, so first sprint, 15 minutes, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the end of sprint number 1. I got 193 words for that sprint. I feel like they're pretty good because I backtracked and rewrote about 5 times. But I feel like what I have is a solid good bit of words. So that always, I try to comfort myself, even if I didn't write as many words as I'd hoped to, if I backtrack and I make them better, then those words are better than the plethora of words that I could have written. So that's sort of how I comfort myself. Whether or not it's actually true, debatable. So Alley Cat came in. Hello. Let's see. Alley Cat finished a page of your writing planner. Nice. Very good. Bonnie is editing half a page on a repeat edit. And she says hello to Alley Cat. Jenna edited the scene you wrote yesterday. So many typos. I know that feeling. I know that feeling very well. Vanya, only one page this time, got distracted making tea. Sarah, messed up your lunch break. Oh no, and did day work stuff. How could you, Sarah? Well, sometimes it does happen, but do try to take some time for yourself to just breathe. So that is what the break is supposed to be for. Also, to be honest, it's also to make sure that we refuel ourselves so that we can then work again. So, corporations do have incentives to let us take a break every once in a while. Better Days Are Here says got 60 words. Good. I think they are 60 awesome words that you didn't have before. So, yay. I was trying to remember, because I'm writing my blog post on why I love all my librarians, and I was trying to remember the first library that my parents ever took us to would have been the Jacksonville, Florida main library. And I could have sworn that they had a dinosaur skeleton replica in one of the wings of the lobby. But I don't know if that was actually the library or if that was some other building. I may have to ask my mom. But yeah, I remember going to the library in Jacksonville, Florida, giant windows. So it just seemed like this huge, open, airy building. And so I was just for whatever reason, I'm remembering there's a dinosaur skeleton in the library. That is what my brain is telling me. And this was from when I was 6, maybe. So I don't actually know if there was a dinosaur skeleton or a replica of. So I'm going to have to ask Mom that before I post that. So I was like, is there actually a skeleton? I don't know. It's awesome if there is, but still, I don't know. So, what's the first library? Do y'all have good memories of libraries, school libraries, or not? Because that was what we had when we moved to Georgia. The public library that we went to, the McDonough Library, was it had taken over one of the old juvenile court buildings. So it was a very small brick building, sort of in the middle of kind of a residential area, because the town had grown up sort of around the building, and they had a library cat. And so that was where I met some of my favorite librarians there. And then I had a favorite librarian at my middle school, and we would go and see her every other morning, because it's my science teacher at the time, she gave us a permanent library pass in the morning for myself and one of my best friends, because we just constant. We'd be like, hey, Miss Agate, can we go to the library again? Can we go to the library again? So she just took our agenda and was like, permanent pass between this time and this time. Go. Don't ask me anymore. So I was that child. Miss Kinnicky was our school librarian. She was awesome. So yeah, I thought I was going to be a librarian, like right up until the time I was hunting for colleges. And one of the program coordinators, they started describing the kind of things that librarians are being trained to do, like at that point, which would have been in like 2005, 2006. And he was like, yeah, we're leaning into the technology because, everything's going online, ebooks, like libraries are going to become like renting places for like VHSs and DVD players. You're going to have to know how to do all the projector stuff and set up electronic meetings and all. I'm like, that's not what I wanted to do. Like, that's not my perfect vision of a library. So I went a different route. Jenna says your favorite library is the San Francisco Main Library, Denver Main Library, Sprague Branch in Salt Lake City, Maine. You saw Neil Gaiman speak there when the new building opened. Oh, see, I don't really, like, I spent 2 years in Salt Lake City, like west of Salt Lake City. And that was like between 6 and 8. And so I don't remember the libraries there because I think on my parents, they took us more to thrift stores to get books at that point. I think the parents were trying to find different things that we would read and do it on the cheap because that was at the point where we were paying for like swimming lessons and ballet lessons. And Matt had, I don't remember if he had self-defense classes or not, but like we were paying for a whole bunch of different classes just to kind of like see what we were into. I think he was in soccer, maybe. I don't know. I'm asking you like that, with this, but yeah. So I don't remember the libraries in Utah very much, but so like the ones when we got back to Georgia, those are the ones that are like stuck in my brain. It's like my library. Vanya's still hoping to become a librarian. You've always loved libraries too. Yep. Alley Cat, back with lunch. Will sadly have to leave in less than 30 minutes. Oh no, your religion class starts today and you're excited about it. Nice. Very good. And on that note, we should start a new sprint for you then. That way we can all get some work done. Shall we do a 20, a 2020, a 25? What kind of number would you like? Every time I turn back to the camera, I see the little purple scrunchie, and I'm like, that doesn't go with my outfit. It kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. Oh well, my hair is up and out of the way. All right, second sprint. Shall we do a 25 then? I will set it up. And nope, gotta share the screen first. Share the screen. Okay, better days are here, says 2020. Sounds good to her. And so does Jenna, so we will do 2020. All right, 2020, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All righty, I think I about finished my blog post, so yay. I'm sitting at, let's do the math, subtract what I got before. I got 504 words that time. Very nice. Very good. Yay for finishing, and thank you for joining us, Alley Cat, and good luck and have fun in your class. How did we do for the rest of us? Another page down. Woohoo! That's awesome. Yay. Good for money. That is excellent. I feel like the rough draft of this blog post is done, so I'm going to save it because, you know, technology. Need to save it, and then I'll be able to switch to outlining, I think. No, I should edit. I should probably edit. I don't want to edit, but I should. Yeah. Alrighty, let's see. Sarah says, can't figure out how to take a break, so I guess it's another working lunch for me. Oh, no. Are you able to sort of like leave the room where you normally work to take a lunch break? Like go outside if the weather is nice, or like go to a different room? Sometimes that helps. That was one of the things when I was teaching, that we made sure, the majority of us, to like actually leave our classrooms and go down to like the teachers' lounge for lunch, because otherwise you would sit at your desk and you would work. So yeah. Jenna, finishing the scene in progress and added about 250 words. Very, very good. Excellent. We're doing great, y'all. We're doing great. I don't know. I'm just like, I kind of don't know what I want to do, like outlining, or I should outline, but I also should edit. But I kind of don't know where I want the story to go for the outlining part, so I should probably just edit. I think I'll edit. There, my brain has decided we're editing next. All righty, get to my sticky note. It's now open to the correct page, so I can start it when the timer starts. Okay, cool. So now that my brain has decided we are editing next, how long do we want to edit for? Do we want to edit and draft for the next sprint for another 20-minute timer, or do we want to do 25? How long do we want to go for this next one? I know this feels kind of like I'm jumping right back into it, but feeling kind of productive today, so we'll see. So what kind of a time do you want for this next sprint, for the third sprint? I'm kind of warm. I may have to change my shirt, but that may happen afterwards. Mm-hmm. And I also need to ask Mom whether or not there was a dinosaur skeleton in the library. I need to remember to do that. Let's see. Better days are here. Votes for 25. All right. Sounds good to me. Vanya says you have to leave during the sprint, so you'll just finish the last page. Ooh, you've only got one page left. Good for you. Great. And thank you for coming. All righty. So We will do the 25. And I think during the sprint, I may go ask Mom about the library skeleton. So do forgive me if I go missing for a few moments. All right. 25 minutes starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okie dokie. How did we do? I need to finish writing a question to myself. Found a couple more plot inconsistencies, one of which I was just writing about, that I need to make sure I go back and clarify in conversations with his mentor, with my main character's mentor. How many pages did I get? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 9.5. So pretty good. 9.5 pages edited. Nice. And I did go ask Mom about the library and the dinosaur skeleton, and she does not remember that happening in the Jacksonville main library. So I don't know where it would have been that I saw it. It might have been when we were traveling out west and we went to the oh gosh, what's the national park that has like half the mountain sort of like brushed away so that you could see the fossils in there? Is that Dinosaur Bones National Park or something? Something along those lines. But I don't remember. Let's see. Dinosaur National Monument, maybe. Maybe. Somewhere around there. I don't know. But I remember seeing a dinosaur replica in some sort of building when I was a child, and I thought it was the library. I always thought it was the library. I don't know. Now I'm just gonna, like, that question is just gonna be like bugging me. You're like, where did I see the dinosaur? Jenna, fell down a research rabbit hole and then let your characters talk about where and why they want to go to college. One of the main characters isn't even involved in the conversation. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Writing sprints got 343. We're on a roll. Did I find those? No, I never did. Like the program just ate it, or the technology gods took it as an offering. I don't know, but I have since retyped and like passed to that point. But I am like double saving. So I'm saving in Scrivener, but I'm also like copy pasting everything that I write in Scrivener into a Word document and saving that separately. So yeah, I'm double saving to make sure that I do not lose anymore. But good on you for the 343. Dinosaur National Park. I don't remember how big it was because I was much younger when we went, but I do remember like they had like half of a hill, sort of like they had like plexiglass or bulletproof glass or whatever, sort of like in front of you so you couldn't go approach the hillside, but they had like, whole dinosaur skeleton fossils just sort of like laid out to where you could see them. And they had like a replica sort of like sand table where you could pretend to be an archaeologist as a child and dig for the bones and that kind of stuff. So I think they've expanded some, or they've sort of like developed the buildings and exhibits that are there. But I don't know. Like I always thought that one particular dinosaur skeleton was like in the Jacksonville library, and I don't know why I thought that, but I've thought that for years now. And so I don't know if it was like a temporary exhibit that actually did happen, or like I'm just imagining things. I don't know. Which is also a possibility, a very real possibility. So yeah. But I do remember because we lived in Utah for like 2.5 years. And so while we were out there, we traveled and we did like, we went across a whole bunch of the western states. We went up to Idaho. We went up to the Dakotas, and we did all that kind of stuff. We went by Topaz Mountain, and it's a place where you can actually, if you like get out of your car and just like go look through the dirt, you can actually find little teeny tiny topaz, which is really cool. And so we like explored some of the dead volcano necks. So you have like these lava fields that are just nothing but lava rock. So you can go up to one of the dead cones, just like hike up to the cone. So we did like all kinds of really cool stuff, and we lived out in the West. We camped at like Bryce National Park overnight to see the stars. It's freezing, but the view of the stars is excellent. Arches National Park, all that kind of fun stuff. We did that. So I don't know if the dinosaurs that I saw was like a part of that trip or if it was in Jacksonville. I don't know. I don't remember. Better days are here. My character is trying to get her friend to call DCF, Department of Children and Families, on her foster mom for child abuse, but the girl is scared. Interesting. Okay, so your main character is one of the children being abused, and so she's trying to use a friend to call for her, to speak for her. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that is definitely a tough situation there. I'm not sure how you would convince someone that is scared, other than sort of like, asking for just like please help save me type of thing. Those are definitely hard conversations that need to be like portrayed in stories, though. It's more likely that I saw it in a natural history museum. Dinosaur displays look more expensive than most libraries can afford. Yeah, so I don't know. For some reason, I always associated that particular dinosaur skeleton with like Jacksonville, Florida. And I don't know if we had a natural history museum in Florida that I went to at some point. I don't know. But that's going to bother me. So I will go down a Google rabbit hole like after the stream is over and see if I can find where that dinosaur is. Because I know that when I was older, we went to like DC, so we saw all the museums there. We went to even when I was even older than that, we went to Chicago, so we saw the big museum there. So I mean, we've been quite a few places in the U.S. and seen a lot of those kind of things. So I'm just trying to remember like where it would have been, because I always associated that particular dinosaur skeleton, and I don't know, like, other than it was not a part of like a humongous exhibit that I remember. I remember like we came down the stairs and then we turned a little corner and it was in like one of the little wing lobbies that then there was an exit to the building. So I know it must have been a replica, because there would be no way that they would put an actual real one that close to a door. Like, and that, like, there was no plexiglass, like, whatever. So it would have been a replica of some sort made out of resin, I guess. But yeah, so I don't remember, but I just remember it was like the dinosaur, the end of the building. I don't know. It was weird. Like sometimes I just have like these tiny little snapshots of things in my memory, and I'm just like, oh, I remember that. And like I do that with stories too. I remember a particular like scene like somewhere in a novel, and I'm like, I have to read that whole novel again because I want to get to that particular scene. So yeah, I reread stories sometimes because I want to reread a particular scene, but I never remember like where exactly in the book the scene is. I mean, I can kind of like gauge like first half, second half, like it's in the last 50 pages or whatever. Like I can kind of gauge that, but I usually just reread the whole book. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just a weird memory I have of that like dinosaur that I always sort of associated with the library, but it's probably not. I don't know. But I will search for that later. I feel like I'm doing pretty good with the editing at the moment, so I think I will do another sprint and take another chunk out of my editing to-do list. Shall we do, let's see, what is it? What time is it? It's 2:36 my time. So let's do a 20-minute. Timer. Share the timer. All right, so 4th writing sprint, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay. How was that? I got another close to 6 pages, 5.5 pages edited. I found a pretty big thing that I need to fix. Sort of like the premise or the like synopsis, the book pitch that I've been using sort of focuses on things that are going to happen in the latter half of the book. Well, some of it. And so I think I need to sort of bring that promise of the premise, I think is what it's called, forward a little bit, or at least begin to hint at it a lot sooner. So I've got a couple of scenes that I would like to add in to sort of help build that, sort of build momentum towards that moment and sort of put all the little foreshadowing stuff in there. So I feel good in that I figured that out. So I took quite a few more notes on my pages this time about where things need to happen, where things need to be clarified, and a lot of those sort of like bits and pieces. So I feel good about the editing that I've done today. I feel real good about it, even though I've only gotten, I think that's like 15 pages edited. But still, I got a blog post written. I need to edit and post that. But so I've got a blog post and 15 pages edited during this stream. So I feel like that's pretty darn good. So Bonnie says, smoothly rolling along. Nice. That's what we want. Writing Sprints got another 220. Great. Alicia, just opened your documents, just got here. Oh no. Well, unfortunately, this is usually like the end of my stream. So Allie just joined in so late, but you got 586. Awesome in that last sprint. That's great. Well, Alicia, now that you have it open, you need to at least write something in it, right? So Jenna got 513 new words during this write-in, but you got lots of research done and notes made and possibilities for future plots in your big old series. That's great. That is awesome. I would love to stay for longer, but I got to do some of the grocery shopping for the family. So got to go do that. So that will be like, this is the end of my stream today. I will be back. That's right. Time to write solo. Actually, does anybody know if anybody else is streaming after this? I don't know if anybody's right after or scheduled to come on. Let's see if see what is today. Today's the 15th. That's for the 17th. That's for the 16th. Let's see. I'm not seeing anybody pop up for Man and Shay is premiering. Well, that was 4 hours ago. Never mind. I need to like actually look at the time thing on there. You're welcome for the sprints. We will see you next time. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, well, mine is putting away laundry. I don't mind going to grocery shop, especially if, mom has given me a couple extra dollars for snacks. I'm okay with that, but I don't like putting away laundry. I don't mind washing the clothes or drying them. I just hate putting them back in the closet. Like, that's mine. So Allie is streaming tomorrow morning. That's 8:30 to 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Am I correct, Allie? Yes. Awesome. Okay, Jessica Williamson is 4:30 Mountain Time, which is 6:30 Eastern. I think that's right. Yeah. And then since today is Monday, Austin K has hers at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love Austin's. Hers are so chill. So I will probably be, I might be still eating dinner during Jessica's, but I will be joining in maybe like at the latter half of the stream. And then I will be joining in on Austin's this evening. And then if I can set my alarm clock and get up in the morning, I will join Allie's because I am allergic to mornings. It seems like I cannot get myself out of bed without like 15 alarm clocks. It's not good. I just need to get up. But, you know. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will be joining in some more writing sprints this evening, and then trying to get up tomorrow for Allie's, and for I think Marissa may have one. Marissa Mohi may have one at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then I think there are several who are having in Tuesday afternoon. So, and then I will be back Wednesday, 1 p.m. You're welcome for hosting, Jenna and Alicia. Sorry, we only caught you at the tail end, but hopefully you can get some more writing in today. So thank you for joining us, and I will see y'all later. Bye.